in Maharashtra, the Surma Valley struggle in Assam, all led by the communists. This actually brought the issue of land reforms and zamindari abolition to the center stage of Indian politics. The communist movement and the people's struggles led by the Communist Party have a deep root in this area. I am confident that by holding this Congress here, as you were informed, the United Party Congress's last Congress the communist influence and work for strengthening the unity and solidarity among the left forces. Comrades, this Congress of the CPI is being held when independent India and our people are facing the gravest of challenges in the last 7 decades. Controlling the reins of state power, this BJP government is aggressively pursuing the Hindutva communal agenda of the fascistic RSS. Rabid communal polarization, venal campaigns of poisonous hate and terror, targeting religious minorities, particularly the Muslims, is accompanied by a serious assault undermining the Constitution of India and seeking to transform the secular democratic republic of India and its character into the RSS project of a rabidly intolerant fascistic Hindutva Rashtra. Simultaneously, the BJP government has mounted a multi-pronged attack with the pursuit of rabid neoliberal policies, strengthening the communal corporate nexus, promoting crony capitalism, legalizing political corruption, and imposing full-fledged authoritarianism, assaulting the democratic rights and civil liberties of our people. There are systematic efforts that are on to change the character of the Indian Republic. The four fundamental pillars, foundational pillars of our Constitution, that is secular democracy, federalism, social justice, and economic sovereignty. All four of them are under a severe assault. The neoliberal reforms gain feverish momentum, and this is destroying India's economic sovereignty, and it is happening in a multidimensional manner, going beyond the normal privatization that neoliberalism prescribes. The secular principles enshrined in our Constitution are under severe assaults. In fact, the public ceremonies which the Prime Minister inaugurates are accompanied by Hindu religious rituals, thereby virtually giving the impression that the Indian state is a Hindutva state. The BJP state governments have been enacting laws aimed at sharpening communal polarization. These are routinely used to target innocent people from the minority communities and to physically attack them. The UAPA, sedition, NSA are indiscriminately used to detain hundreds of people. These draconian provisions the minorities, but also against journalists and others who express their dissent against these government views. Dissent is being treated as anti-national. There's all-round attack on federalism and the rights of the elected state governments. The governors and the lieutenant governors function more as the political agents of the central government and the RSS and the BJP. And further, instead of moving towards the constitutional guarantee of equality and realizing the objectives of social justice, the socially oppressed sections of people are subjected to greater injustice and discrimination. Along with this assaults on the foundational pillars of the Constitution, every single independent constitutional authority is being undermined, starting from the Parliament itself, the judiciary, the Election Commission, and the ED and the CBI are being used as political agents of the ruling party, and targeting opposition leaders and using that as a method of gaining support of elected legislatures even after losing elections. They formed the government, the BJP formed the government, and this is one of the methods that they use for that. So this situation with the corporate control over the media and the choicest dissemination of information and news which only suits the ruling dispensation. With this situation overall, the assaults on our very existence of a secular democratic Republic of India are mounting severely by the day. In addition to this, the Hindutva communal ideology, being unscientific and ahistorical, assaults both rationality and reason. The spread of obscurantism, superstition, blind faith helps the easier assimilation of Hindu mythology, which can increasingly be passed off as actual history. This assaults the scientific temper and rationality. Along with this, the Modi government has today abandoned India's time-tested foreign policy. India has been reduced to a subordinate ally of US imperialism in all global matters. India has cemented strategic ties with Israel, diluted our traditional historical support and solidarity with the Palestinian cause and struggles. The US-Israel-India nexus has been consolidated. India further cemented the strategic military ties with the USA. The Quadrilateral Alliance, or the Quad, of USA, Japan, Australia, and India has become an active strategic and military alliance in the Indo-Pacific region, aiming to isolate China. Notwithstanding the propaganda blitz unleashed by the government, our economy is today in a tailspin, plunging downwards. Yesterday, all the international agencies have further downscaled India's forecast for this year's economic growth. On top of the miseries imposed by the gross mishandling of the COVID pandemic, this economic downslide is mounting severe assaults on people's livelihood. Unemployment has recorded the highest of levels. Runaway inflation is pushing millions into poverty and hunger. And today, the global hunger index has come, and we are ranked at just 2 positions above Afghanistan, while every single of our neighbors are above us and much higher. This attacks on people's livelihood. This is being met with resistance. People's struggles are on the rise. The struggles are on the rise to defend our constitution, to defend secular democracy, and mainly against assaults on livelihood and miserable conditions of existence of the people. The anti-CAA upsurge saw massive mobilizations, particularly women and youth. The year-long historic Kisan struggle forced the obdurate Modi government to repeal the farm laws. The Central Trade Union, All India strikes have been successfully holding annual All India strikes every year. The last being the 2-day strike in March this year. And the increased calls of coordinated actions and struggles by the workers, by the peasantry and the agricultural labor. This is showing the path ahead for united struggles in the future. But increasing the strength of the left forces and their unity in struggles is very vital for further intensifying people's struggles. On the basis of the unity of the left and democratic forces will have to be gathered together on an alternative program. And at the same time, all the left forces must work together, in our opinion, to forge the broadest mobilization of secular forces to isolate and defeat Hindutva communalism and these communal forces and this government. And this has to be achieved by showing an alternative path to the people. And there, our LDF government, in which both our parties are there, our LDF government in Kerala, through its alternative pro-people policies, earned the goodwill of the people to be elected to form an unprecedented consecutive state government in Kerala. Its achievements enabled Kerala to register the highest ranking in human development indices in the country. The RSS and the central government are leaving no stone unturned to destabilize the LDF government. Together, the left forces must thwart these efforts. The CPIM believes that by undertaking all these tasks simultaneously, that is, strengthening ourselves independently, strengthening left unity, forging the left and democratic forces on an alternative program, and working for the largest mobilization of secular forces against Hindutva communalism, we'll be able to rally the Indian people in defense of democracy, improving people's livelihoods, safeguarding the secular democratic character of India, and moving towards creating a better India for our people. So therefore, I'm confident that this 24th Congress of the CPI, you will deliberate all these issues. Comrade Raja has already indicated the important issues that will be considered by this Congress, and these deliberations will further strengthen the process of unification in struggles of the left forces in our country, and therefore I wish your Congress all success in its deliberations. So together we have to work for ousting this RSS BJP government, strengthen and consolidate left unity, forge unity of left and democratic forces in struggles for policy alternatives, for the broadest mobilization of secular forces against Hindutva communalism. Long live Marxism-Leninism, and my revolutionary greetings to all of you and this party Congress. Lal Salam.